We're back again with another live stream, and as always, give me just a few minutes to get things set up and prepared, and then we'll get started. Hopefully we'll get that great one today. And if we do get him, then I'm going to invite everybody that is subscribers to come to my map, so that way you guys can take part in being the thumbnail for the video. And then, you guys, I have not streamed. If you're here right now, just remember that I have not streamed in a few days, so I might be a little bit rusty in getting to talk, because you can tell I'm already struggling as it is. But I'll hopefully flow back into it shortly. What's up, G-Funk? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to see that somebody's here off the bat. How you doing, buddy? Just getting things set up. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm hoping to get that great one today, so I can invite everybody onto my map towards the end of the stream and get him. Getting ready to start grinding here in just a second. Alright, let's get at it. Not gonna waste any time today. I really want to get this great one. I am ready for this grind to be over with, man. It's getting a little bit long. I'm having a good time with it, but it's getting a little bit long. I'm ready to get back to some bigger game. What's up, Ashley? Welcome to the stream. Glad to see there's people here at the start. It's awesome. Glad to see you all. It's a little bit late. I think I'll back it up by an hour. How you doing, Ashley? Hope you're doing good today. I'm going to start off with an empty zone. Let's see. My map's a little bit... There we go. Now we should be good. What do you... No, G-Funk, unfortunately, after 2,700 hours in the game, I do not have a single super rare. Like I said, I've mostly been doing herd management and grinding, so I mean, I thought for sure I'd have one by now, but for some reason, they just eluded me, man. I've gotten some gold rares, and that's about as best I've got with rares, is gold. I've never gotten a diamond, unfortunately. I do have one of every great one, though. The only great ones I don't have is the black bear, pheasant, and fox. So I have had good luck with them, at least. Golly, Ashley. 3,000 kills in. My goodness, I thought these pheasants were supposed to be easier. I mean, am I dreaming that, or did they say that the pheasants usually were supposed to be an easier great one than like the big games? Because honestly, they're starting to seem like a whitetail grind to me, where they're usually between 2,000 and 4,000 kills. Yeah, I know, G-Funk. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends on people's maps or whatever's going on. But yeah, I've had the worst luck when it comes to super rares, and I've had the worst luck when it comes to this great one in particular. Yeah, true, G-Funk. Yeah, guys, we'll go around today, and if we get the great one early, then we might open up on one of my maps and just multiplayer hunt for a while, until we get a bunch of people in. If that's the case, what I might actually do is actually have to stop this stream, because unfortunately, if where you're streaming straight from the console, you can't just change the title to your stream, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. But you can't just change the title. You actually have to stop the stream and start a new stream with a new title. So what I might do, if I get the great one to appear today, is I might stop the current stream that I'm doing and then reopen another stream showing that the great one has spawned, and I'm basically encouraging people to come be part of the thumbnail. And towards the end of the day today, I'll open up my map and let people come and join me for the thumbnail for the video. At least that's my plan. Okay, how did that one not hit? How did that one not hit? That one hit, though. And that one hit. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I know, G-Funk. Scarecrow and Flinter, I believe, were two people that actually got their first few of my great ones in my sub 1,000 kills, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I would too, Ashley. Like I said, I like the RNG system, and I do agree that it should be at random, where it's always different. But again, I think that exceeding into especially into the 5,000 range, is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Again, I get that it makes it more elusive and more exciting whenever you do get it like that. But in my opinion, there is such thing as grinds taking too long. And like right now, I'm not even into 3,000. Like I'm probably about 2,600 in. I have grinded a little bit since the last stream, but not that much. I think maybe I killed another 50 to 100, give or take. But yeah, this grind, I mean, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I'm having a good time with it. It's just I'm getting to the point now where I'm just ready to move on. I'm ready to hunt for some bigger game. I'm more for antlers and horns in the game than I am for anything else. And where these birds don't have antlers or horns, it's just hard for me to keep hunting for them. I am having a good time with them, though, overall. I had to look at that female a couple times there. I thought she was a melanistic for a minute. Yeah, true. True, Ashley. Dude, that was awful, man. So, I used to be a member on Scarecrow's channel, and me and him actually talked about our marriages whenever the Black Bear was released. I was still working, I think, on my fallow deer, I think is what I was working on at the time. I was either working on my fallow deer great one, or I may have just started my moose grind. I really don't remember, but no, it would have been before I really started doing things on YouTube. So yeah, it would have been either the fallow deer or my whitetail. I really can't remember, guys. It's been too long. But yeah, I used to follow him, and I still do. But that was insane. That grind was way too long and painful to watch him have to endure that. Honestly, if I exceeded 10,000 kills on a grind, I would have to move to something else, like at least for a while. That would just be too tough for me to just keep going after 10,000 kills. I've kind of made a cap to myself, that I've made a promise to myself, rather, that if I ever start getting bored of a grind to the point where I'm not enjoying it, then I am going to leave it for a while and come back to it later. But so far, I'm at least still enjoying this grind, so I'm going to keep at it. But I am ready to get back to some big game and do some free hunting with you guys and stuff like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Build my new trophy lodge and everything. I'm ready. Yeah, it is, Ashley. And you see, I can't do new game because I'm somebody who does like to play the game over, but to me, I don't like where I'm so far into my grinds and everything, and the fact that I have all these weapons and stuff the way I like them, and my perks are where they are. That's the reason why I don't do new games. But maybe in the future, this is a big maybe, but maybe in the future I'll make a new account on my PlayStation and do a beginner series, which is basically going to be where I'm going to, I mean, not really do a challenge like Scarecrow does with like Great One before level 60, but rather show what I do to level up really quick on Teowara, because whenever I start a new game, I'm always on Teowara, because either that one or New England, because all the animals on those maps are worth a ton of money, and you level up so quick when hunting them. But bulk ammunition buying is what I tell everybody. Whenever you're first starting the game, you want to focus on your ammo. Get it to where you can have about 500 to 1,000 bullets at a time. That way you don't have to spend money on ammunition. You can then just save up, as long as you're making your shots count, of course. You can just save up the money for the gear and equipment, and you never have to really worry about ammo. And that's how I save up a lot of my money. That's how I was able to make it into the millions on the game, is by making it to where I can get up to 1,000 bullets for whatever gun I want to use. And it takes a long time for that to run out, and therefore you're going to spend your money on the equipment. And then eventually you'll have all the equipment, and all you have left is ammunition. And at that point, you're just saving money. So. What's up, Cole? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoy Call of the Wild content along with playthroughs. I do both on my channel. Also, make yourself at home and chat. Talk about whatever you want. Just make sure that it's clean and family friendly. I don't want anything controversial. But I hope you're doing well. Oh, your moose grinding? Yeah, I got my moose last December. I think it was 1,200 and something kills that I got that my moose appeared. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm currently about 2,600 into the pheasant grind, and sadly, I have not had a pheasant to my name yet, or the great one pheasant yet. And he's going to spook, that figures. So I can get his buddy at least. Oh, he turned, but I still got the shot. That was lucky. Alright, I'm just going to go 1 for 2 on this one. What's up, Reed? Reed, there really isn't a limit. So with me, I like to use a lot of variety in my grinds. So I try my best to use them. So you have 16 tents, and I try my best to at least have half the tents used on the grind, and then half the tents used for claiming. But if you want to do like I do as well, where you just want to hunt a lot of different spots, so maybe have 2 or 3 spots where you have a claiming tent, and then the rest of them is just shooting tents. So it really just depends. You have 16 tents, so about 16 spots if you're wanting to use them all, or you can take some of the tents and use them to claim your animals with. Like as you see at this particular zone read, I'm using the 4-wheeler instead of a claiming tent. Whereas like if over here I have a claiming tent on this zone, and over here on this zone. So I mean it really just depends on where you want to hunt and how your grind on your map is. There really isn't like a perfect limit of tents to have. You just got to set it up in your own style. On your second grind, what was your first great one? I only have 1 of every great one. The only great one I don't have is the fox, the pheasant, and the bear. But I do have 1 of every other kind. It's a female. Female. Okay, so there's one of my males. And there's the other one. Okay, good. Okay, how did that miss? I don't know if he's behind a bluff or what's going on. Okay, I got him that time. No, don't fly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for 1 for 2 again. Oh well. Oh, dude, you got the rack I wanted. My great one was the same one that Flinter got. It was the I believe it was the big typical rack with a spruce color. I believe was one I had. The one that's kind of white looking with the dots. So he was really pretty. But I really wanted the spider rack, man. My favorite great one I've seen anybody get was Scarecrow's 2-tone spider rack. I absolutely love that moose. But I really don't want it to be a 50-50 rack. If I get it, I like both racks to match each other. But I'll take it however it is as long as it looks cool. Yeah, exactly, Ashley. The spider rack on the 2-tone is my favorite. Scarecrow currently has that one, I believe. Yeah, but you see, with me, it just depends on what the racks are for 50-50 racks. Like, some 50-50 racks, in my opinion, just don't look good together. And then some of them look pretty cool together. So, to me, I'm just kind of picky with them. Reed, I did see your question about the fox grind on South Sweeson Park. Flinter would be the best person to go for that. He recently just got his great one off this map, and he has a lot of videos on how he set up his grind. And I think that he even has a guide for it. So if you're needing help setting up a fox grind on this map, then go to Flinter's channel. He has a really good video on there that shows how to do the grind on this map. That's awesome, Ashley. Yeah, I've never done a guide just yet. I'm like I said, I'm not the best at making content, but I like to. But I think if I can talk today, I like to think that I'm a pretty decent streamer, but I'm still learning how to make content that isn't too drawn out or too boring. I have a good voice for streaming, but whenever it comes to making content, I tend to want to be too perfect, and it takes me days and nights just to make one video, pretty much, because I get too tied up in being perfect instead of being myself. Yeah, Cole. So my Great One grinding experience started in 2020. I've been playing the game since 2017, but I was always just a free roamer from the time that for the first 3 years because I didn't know anything about Great Ones or anything. And then I found Scarecrow's channel, and whenever I realized that Great Ones were a thing, I started grinding. And so for the past about 3 years, because I still went another year or two just watching Scarecrow and learning how to grind and do things like that before I actually started grinding myself. But yeah, so I've been grinding for about 3 years now, and and in that time frame, I've been able to get one of every Great One except for the last three that were launched. How in the world am I not hitting these shots? Okay, I got that one. Please tell me you're gonna fly right at me. You're gonna land? No. Oh, I got him. If I'm not mistaken, I think I just got him again. I'll have to track that one. Okay, he just fell on the road over there. I just saw him fall. That's good. Oh, that's awesome, Cole. 4 Great One fallow and 1 moose. That ain't bad at all. You're gonna do a duo grind? Yeah, I currently have a double grind on New England coast right now, or coast, excuse me, New England mountains. For the whitetail and the moose. I abandoned it whenever the pheasant came out, but I'm gonna go back to it. I think currently my whitetail are at 1800, and I believe my moose is like right around 1300 kills in. So I'm gonna try my best to get both Great Ones on the map and take them both out at the same time. So that's probably going to be my next grind, is I'll probably return to that one and try to finish it out. Because I would like to get both Great Ones off New England. And then after that, I really don't know what I'm going to do for the next Great Ones. Thank you, G-Funk. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. I get that, Ashley. I mean, sometimes you just got to do what you got to work with. Me, on the other hand, I'm really good with like direct contact with people and talking to them directly. So that's the reason why I wanted to be an interactive streamer, where I like involve my subscribers with my content. And then I basically just whatever I do on live stream, if I find some cool animals or if I get the Great One or whatever, I'll just clip it and then turn that into my content. Because then I'm actually being myself and actually getting genuine. I'm being genuine with everything, and I don't have to worry about scripting or doing anything like that. Because it really is tough for me to make videos, because I just don't have the ideology to make things up. And also, like I said, I get a little bit too carried away in trying to be perfect, which causes me to take forever to make a single video. Oh, okay, Cole, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't have a messed up Great One just yet. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. Like I said, it's my first stream in about a week's time, so I'm going to be a little bit tongue-tied and stuff. But yeah, I don't have a messed up Great One just yet. I think the only animal I did not take with a rifle was the moose. Everything else I took with the same gun I was grinding with. But with the moose, I took it with a bow. And then my future Great Ones I also want to take with a bow and arrow because I love bow hunting on the game. So I'll probably do my next moose and whitetail with a bow. I don't know though. I might do it with a pistol. It just depends on who's watching and what you guys want to see me take it out with. Also, a really good tip for you guys since you guys are new to grinding. As you guys can see, it is now past. Well, it's not past yet, but say that it gets 11 o'clock is whenever the pheasants stop eating or drinking or whatever you're after. I always tell people keep hunting until about 20 minutes in game time after the drink zone or need zone of the animal goes away, because you will get respawns from earlier that morning. So like your first zones that you shot animals out of, whenever you made your full round and get back to those zones, even if it's past the drink zone or feed zone of the animal you're grinding for, they usually will be there. And you'll usually get two respawns in one in-game day, which makes you kill double the animals. So that is my best advice I can give you guys, is make sure you guys do 2 full rounds of all of your zones before you reset time. And also, try your best not to do a main menu reset unless your zones get choked up, where you're just not seeing anything. And only do that if you've been about 2 or 3 times. So if you go about 2 or 3 times around your zones and your animals just ain't coming back, then do a main menu reset. But that is like my advice to everybody. Again, I've only had one animal to exceed 2,000 kills, and it's this pheasant. Everything else have gotten sub 1,000, and that was with herd management and with as little main menu resets as possible. Again, I don't really judge anybody for doing main menu resetting. I think that it does still work to an extent. It's just Expansive Worlds. Whenever people ask them what the best advice for getting great ones were, they said do not main menu reset and do not stack your diamonds. So I try my best not to do either one. But as you guys can see, I just killed this pheasant earlier today on the same in-game day, and he's already back. So, don't do 1 run and start over. Do 2 runs and start over. Yes, Cole, I am on PlayStation if you're asking me that. Everything I do on my channel, whether it's my playthroughs or Call of the Wild, is always PlayStation 5. You want to take your next great one pheasant with a crossbow? Golly, he doesn't shoot it out of the air, Ashley. If you get that and you actually make the shot, let me know. I'm gonna go immediately to your channel and watch that if you get it. That is incredible. That would be incredible. I think Scarecrow got one with the compound bow, if I'm not mistaken. He had just let it start to take off, and he was able to get it before it got up in the air. But I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that or not. That'd be amazing if he was able to land that shot. Can you swap your pheasant to use herd management? Reed, are you asking me if you can use herd management on pheasants? I'm not entirely sure what you're meaning by swap. You definitely can use herd management on pheasants. You just gotta find every zone, and then the zones that you don't want to grind, make sure they're all level 1s in those zones. And then every zone that you do want to grind for the great one, I'm gonna just shoot them all, as long as they're males. Also, guys, I haven't mentioned it yet, but make sure that you guys like the stream if you haven't already, so that way we can spread it around to more people on YouTube. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, so that way whenever we go live, you guys will stand a chance at hunting with me, along with being here for any great ones or anything I do. Okay, Ashley. Yeah, I've taken a turkey with a crossbow, but honestly, I don't know what it is, but I've never been a good shot with a crossbow. On this game, I used to use it all the time because in real life, that's what I use in real life as a crossbow. So obviously, I wanted to do the same thing in game. But it just turns out that I'm a really good shot with a compound on here. But for some reason, I just miss a lot of my shots with a crossbow. I don't know why, but I do, and that's the reason why I stick to the compound. Plus in video games in real life, using a compound looks cooler, in my opinion. So I guess that's the other reason why I use it. How many zones is there for pheasants? Actually, does it vary on everybody's maps? I think some people have like 30 to 40, whereas other people's maps would be like in the 20s to 30s. Or am I wrong in saying that, Ashley? Everybody's map varies, I think, with the pheasant, but I think it's like 30 plus, if I'm not mistaken, depending on your map. But Ashley can correct me if I'm wrong with saying that. Hello? There you are. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, Reed. If you're wanting to do any grind at all, it's going to take you many, many hours to get your herd management down. My moose took me, I don't even know how long. Well, I was even having to herd manage while grinding because it was taking so long. So I had to dedicate one zone on my map to just trying to get those moose to be level 1s. And then the rest of my zones were for my main grind. So I was pretty much using a part of the map for a main grind whenever I was really just managing. So, I mean, you just got to it takes a long time. I think it takes at least 50 to 100 hours just to get one map from down to where to be like completely herd managed. Or if you want to be like me and just herd manage a majority of the map, it can take anywhere from 20 to 30. Just basically, I'll herd manage all the way until I have all the zones that I know of managed down, and then if I'm getting a lot of diamonds, I'll be fine with it. But if I notice that I'm still not getting very many diamonds, I'll keep going around the map until I figure out what's going on. But it's very rewarding, though, because once you get the herd management going, you'll have diamonds left and right about every 20 to 50 kills, depending on how tight your management is. My red deer grind was insane for diamonds. That was actually why I was able to make a red deer lodge with all the racks of everything from level 6 up. Because I literally had so many diamonds that would populate. And I kind of wish I was doing the grind back then, because back then is whenever you could put the tents on top of feed zones and actually keep that zone from showing up, and then you could shoot the other zone, and so on and so forth. So my grind was very, very, like, there was nowhere on the map that didn't have something her managed if I didn't like it. And I was getting at least 2 or 3 diamonds per run, and that was a normal. So that's been my best herd management experience was with my red deer. Because I was getting about 2 or 3 diamonds about every run. Honestly, there'd only be a few runs where I wouldn't get a diamond, but I'd have trolls. So it was crazy. Your greatest encounter was when I used to use the 454 pistol on my great one moose. It didn't penetrate, so the thing went aggressive. It almost killed me. Oh goodness. I actually do have a video. You'd have to go to my channel and actually go to my playlist. But under the Hunter streams, the Hunter videos and shorts, if you scroll back a little ways, you'll be able to find a video where I did a challenge where I was only where I had to hunt every single animal in the game that could charge you with just a bow and arrow. And the rule was I was not allowed to shoot them until they went aggressive. So I think it had to be charging me before I was allowed to shoot them. If you're interested in looking at that video, you go watch it. Again, I am trying to find my YouTuber's voice in there, so I might be a little bit monotone. But I try my best to be emotional. Like I said, it's just whenever I'm talking to you guys like this, I can just be my natural self. It's hard for me to find a way to sound like this when I'm doing videos. I'm still a newbie when it comes to making content. At least I feel that I'm at least a decent streamer. So that's there whenever for me. Reset time. All right, thank you, Cole, for stopping by, man. Make sure that you subscribe and like the stream on the way out if you haven't already. I appreciate you being here and hope to see you again later. I will be streaming for another 2.5 hours, I think. It is 1:30 right now my time, and I'm stopping at 4, so I'll still be on for a while if you can make it back. Reed, if you're asking me if I'm doing herd management, I am doing herd management for my pheasants, but it's... Oh, we got a diamond. I think. No, that one might troll. That one might troll, guys. But it is a level 3. I really don't know if this guy's going to make it or not. But we'll go see if we can get him. Hopefully this guy makes diamond, y'all. It's last stream we didn't get a single level 3, and now this stream we finally got another one to appear. So hopefully it's going to make diamond. That sounds like fun, Ashley. Like I said, whenever I get my great one pheasant, I'm going to be going back to New England and finishing my dual grind with the moose and whitetail. I really want to finish that grind. I want to get both great ones to be on the map at the same time and take them both out during the live stream. But I think during my streams, I think that some of them will be doing the grind for moose and whitetail, but I think that I'm going to focus mainly on doing some more multiplayer with you guys after I get the pheasant. Maybe every other stream will be the moose and great one grind. Or, excuse me, the moose and whitetail grind, unless you guys just really want to see that. I'll put a post up on the channel, let you guys vote. If you guys want to see me do the moose and whitetail grind most of the time and then do some multiplayer in between, we will. But if you'd rather it be the other way around, we can. I don't know where this pheasant went, but I'm hoping that he makes diamond. Those females are still over there just hanging out. Yeah, actually, I was actually going to do the dual grind on Revontuli, but like I said, I ended up getting the great one whitetail to come at 130 kills in, and I just didn't want to do an entire. Well, that one spooked. Well, we got him anyway. You ain't going nowhere, buddy. Golly, that was lucky shooting. Got both shots to count. But yeah, I was going to do the dual grind on Rev on Thule, but like I said, I didn't even get started on the grind for my whitetail whenever the great one appeared for me on that map, because I only got 130 kills in, and just while during herd management and whenever he appeared. So I decided just to move on to the moose, and and then you guys saw me get it last December. So nope, he trolled. That's our first troll, guys, of the entire grind. We've had 10 different level 3s, and this is the first troll. Well, we ain't gonna mount that guy, but it's still pretty cool to see a level 3 today. Let me refresh my stream real quick, guys. Let's make sure that it ain't getting froze up and I'm still with you all. Come on. There we go. He's by himself this time. But yeah, the great one whitetail that I was really wanting, I didn't get. I got my second most wanted one, so I was happy with him. But the big rack was the big non-typical rack was the one that I was wanting the second most, which is the one I ended up getting. But the rack that I really want is the double drop tine rack. I love drop tines in real life. I love non-typical bucks a lot better than I do typical ones. Even though the giant typical ones are still beautiful. But I don't know. I just have this thing, and that's probably the reason why I like red deer so much. Is because they just have antlers and tines everywhere, and I just love antlers that look like that. The messier the antler, the cooler I think it is, and that's just kind of my taste. Level 2, level 2. I'm not going to be able to sprint here because they're within 200 yards, and if I sprint, it'll make them alert or attentive, so I'm just going to have to walk to my tree stand. Also, guys, just out of a precaution, like I said last year at one point, my stream stopped showing everybody's chats. If you guys notice that you guys are leaving chats below and I'm not responding to you in like a very long period of time, go to one of my videos and put a comment on there saying, hey, I'm watching your stream, but my stuff isn't coming through. But again, guys, if I'm currently hunting or shooting something, that's the reason why. But just so you guys know, if that ever does happen again, just leave a comment on under the stream or in one of my most recent videos, so that way I know that something's not working right. But I am trying to keep the stream refreshed at all times, so that way I can hear everything you guys are saying. You love the drop town rack raid? Yeah, I know, it's beautiful. Like I said, the racks that I want the most, which I've already got my second one in one, which is the big rack with all the points everywhere. And then I wanted the drop down rack because that's my all-time favorite. And then I really want that one typical rack with the giant brow tines in the middle. I really like that one. I mean, I love all the whitetail racks. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's a single rack out of the whitetail that I don't like, honestly. But the typical rack, the drop tine rack, and then the big rack are my favorites. I mean, there's not very many racks out of the moose and the whitetail that aren't good. That spider rack is the one I want the most for the moose. And I really don't want it in a 50-50 either. I'd really like to see it all just be the entire spider rack. Yeah, actually, you're about the same as me. I ended up getting that one really quick, and it was the big rack. And like I said, I'm hoping that I get the drop tine rack in New England. Like I said, New England is a very tough map to do a grind on, especially for herd managing because there's so many waterways on that map. But that's kind of my reason as to why I want to get both great ones off of it, is so that way I can be one of the few people that didn't just herd manage the map, but also was able to get both great ones off the map. I really want to be able to say that I was able to conquer my New England mountains with as tough as it is. And it's taken me many, many hours. Why am I shooting at that? That is way too far away, me. But I'll try it anyway. Oh, I got it. But it took me way too many hours. I mean, like, it's been a long time to get it managed to where it is. And it's still, my whitetail on that map still isn't fully managed. But I'm, but very close to being fully managed. So I get a decent amount of diamonds, but it would just take it forever and a day to be able to get the entire map managed down. So I've done probably about 80% of that map. The entire river is managed on that map, and then some of the ponds. But whenever I do return to it off stream, I am planning on trying to further manage my whitetail back on down, because I do want to have more where that's my favorite animal in real life, or at least it's the animal I hunt in real life. I'd like to see a lot more diamonds for it, and the same thing with the moose. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, actually. But then if you think about it, though, the typical rack would kind of be a given to people. So, like, as soon as you got all the other ones, you would know that the typical rack is what would be coming next. And only one person in Call of the Wild has the typical rack right now, as far as I know. And I don't know who it is. I don't know if they YouTube or anything, but Scarecrow mentioned him in one of his streams. But yeah, there's only been one person to ever get the typical rack. And there's only been one person to ever get the piebald variation for the whitetail. So, again, though, that's kind of a legacy thing in my opinion, and I do wish they would add more colors to the whitetail, and then also I really want to see more variety for the red deer. I really want to see more racks, and I want to see more colors for the red deer, because the red deer is my favorite animal in this game, and I really want to go back to grinding them, but I'm not going to do it because all the great ones are identical in my opinion, and there's not really any like encouragement for me to grind for them. Yeah, actually, my New England, I love the map for its looks. I love waterways, and I love my rivers that go through mountains. So I really wanted to grind on that map. And right now I have it to where my stands and my tents are actually used in the same places for the moose and whitetail, because usually wherever whitetail drink, moose do too. So all my zones are set up for both already. All I have to do is just reset time. So I go from, I think it's 9:30 in the morning until 12 hunting for the whitetails. And then after I've done my 2 runs for my whitetails, I will then reset time and do the moose. But I usually do a main menu reset on that grind, because the moose, I do tend to get spooked off where the whitetails drink in the same place. So that's like the only time I'll do like a main menu reset between every run. So that way the moose will not be spooked whenever I go to hunt them. Good boy, Duke. Always doing a good job. There's an invisible treat. I don't know how those taste, but you did get fed. At least it shows that you did. I don't know if I like invisible treats too much, but he doesn't seem to care. Okay, G-Funk. So I was unaware there was 2 people. Unless that was the one guy. They may have toured that one guy's lodge, but I don't know. There might be 2 people. I've only heard of one person ever getting it, so I might just be uninformed. Yeah, they're adorable. I love the dogs. My favorite dog in the game is actually the retriever, because I think it's the prettiest out of all of them. But I like using this one because it's the closest thing to a beagle, and it has the same colors as a dog that I lost as a child. And his name was Duke, and he was the family dog, and he hunted for a majority of his life. But once he got too old to really do any hunting, he just became the family dog that just roamed around the neighborhood. And he and I were just inseparable pretty much, along with his actual father, who was my cousin. But my cousin raised him, and me and him both pretty much did. But I was more there for the petting and cutesy stuff, while Dustin was there to hunt with him and pet him whenever he needed to be loved on and stuff like that. So me and Dustin were like the 2 people that were the closest to him. But yeah, guys, if we don't get away before we move on to new stuff. But tomorrow and the next day we'll be having an extra hour on the stream. My wife doesn't get off until 5 tomorrow, so we'll be streaming for 4 hours tomorrow and the next day instead of 3. So hopefully we'll be able to get that great one, but even before then. I'm hoping we get him today. If we get him today, we'll just do some multiplayer and stuff for the next couple of days. Also, for those of you who liked the stream a couple of weeks ago where you guys got to come onto my map and hunt with me, we are planning on doing another one of those streams. It's not going to be this weekend, but I am planning, as long as nothing comes up, I am planning on doing another one of those streams next week. So I am probably going to open up my map for about 6 hours again, and we'll let you guys choose which map you guys want to go to. But I do believe I'm going to open my map back up and do some more multiplayer streams with you guys next weekend, as long as nothing comes up. I'll put the post out again whenever I'm for sure. But as of now, that is kind of what I'd like to do next week. As long as I don't have a job just yet, and nothing else comes up. Yes, they do, G-Funk. So you will be able to join me, and you'll also be able to join me whenever I get the great one. Because whenever I get my great ones from now on, I've decided I want to do this on my channel. So whenever a great one appears on my channel from now on, I'm gonna actually open up my map as a multiplayer map, and I'm gonna let my subscribers come in and do some free hunting around another part of the map while I get the great one. And whenever the great one is killed and on the ground, I'm gonna let you guys come and stand around him, and I'm gonna take a screenshot with all of you guys in there, and I'm gonna put you guys in the video. So whenever the video releases, you guys will be part of the thumbnail, and I'll show you guys getting prepped and everything for the great one before I claim him. So I think that'd be kind of fun. Anytime that I get a great one on my channel, I'm going to invite people onto my map, and then I'm going to kill it with them on my map with me, and then invite you guys to come and stand around the kill, so that way you guys can be part of the thumbnail. And it's kind of like a way to thank you guys for being there with me during my journey. So people who are there regularly on my streams and saw the whole journey from the time I started the grind all the way till I got the great one. That's kind of a way to say thank you to you guys, and incorporate you guys in the actual video when it launches. So that way you guys are in the thumbnail. And I'm also going to have you guys in the video too. So, in a way. You won't be able to hear your all's voices because due to policies and stuff like that, I have to have you guys muted. But or at least maybe where you can't hear you on stream. But your guys' characters will all be there. And then, of course, we're always going to do some more streams where if we're doing multiplayer hopping, you guys are more than welcome to join me on the map as long as I know which map I'm in. Dude, I hate it whenever you see a bird off in the distance, and it looks like it's a rare or some sort. Because I thought for a minute there, I thought I had a Mela. Because where the sun was shining on this bird, I thought he was he doesn't look it right now, but when I first spotted him, he looked like he was dark. This guy has a chance of being diamond, but I don't think I'm going to trust it. Because unless the top, if it's a level 2, unless the top estimate is 22, they usually troll. So we'll see if I made the right decision or not. Let's see, was he a diamond? Nope, he was an 18.6. So I made the right decision. Alright, G-Funk, no problem, man. Like I said, I'm still going to be here for at least a couple hours, so you ain't going to miss nothing much. At least unless the great one appears. But I'll make a post if he shows up. Yeah, Ashley, like I said, I really want my channel to be interactive with everybody. I really want my channel to be a whole lot of live streaming rather than content creating, and involving all you guys that are in the chat with me. So when I'm hunting on multiplayer hopping and stuff, it'd be cool to have you guys join me wherever I'm at and just have a good time. Probably when I'm on other people's maps, though, I'm probably going to isolate my voice, and we're just going to treat that as if we're just hunting together. I don't want to make somebody feel like that I'm just trying to make content by using his map, but I really don't know how to handle that. I don't know if I should just go in and ask him if it's okay if I'm if me and a few of my subscribers come in and hunt their maps, or if we should just go in silently and just hunt. I'm really not sure how to handle going to other people's maps. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is just make sure it's my own map for the time being. That way everybody will be able to follow my rules, and I'll be able to make sure that the day is going the way that we need it to go. And then once my maps get used up to the point to where there is nothing else new on the map, then at that point we'll think about reaching out to other people. But for now, I got plenty of maps that we could all hunt together on, so. Let me refresh my stream. It's been a little bit. There we go. Bird? Birds? Where are they? They up here? Dude, I shoot these birds and I come back and my mind is just blank. Like, I can't remember where I shot these things at. My dog with me? Nope, he's still on his way over here. Did both of these birds, like, take off and fly after I shot them and didn't even know? Oh, no, I'm just on the wrong hill. Okay, never mind then. That'll work. Let me actually go ahead and get this tent, guys. I'm pretty sure this zone is managed down now, so... I think I'll go ahead and take this down and use it as a claiming tent. I'm still not sure which zone I'm going to do it on, though. Yeah, Ashley, like I said, until I figure out exactly how we're going to approach going to other people's maps, I think that I'm just going to focus on just opening up my own maps for my subscribers to hunt with me for the time being. I'm still really new at multiplayer. I'm still learning how to operate everything. So, until I know exactly what I'm doing, I don't really want to bring everybody onto somebody's map. I don't want them to have like 2 or 3 people on their map, and then all of a sudden their map is just full. And they're like, what in the world's going on? And then there's some guy talking in the background, and he's like, oh my gosh, there's a streamer in here. I mean, I know that some people will be flabbergasted and honestly even starstruck to know there's a YouTuber streaming on their map. But you have some people that's understandably would rather just have a few people on there, just to have some fun. So I don't know. Until I figure out exactly how I want to handle hunting on other people's maps, I'm just going to focus on just letting you guys on mine. How am I missing these shots? There. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. I got them now. Good grief. Honestly, I just now realized that I made a mistake on today's title. I meant to put 2.6K in, and then put I get the great one. You guys get the new thumbnail. Oh well. Hopefully, if other people join in, they'll just ask me how far into the grind I am. To be quite honest, I could be off by a few numbers anyways. But I can't change the title, unfortunately, without opening up a new stream, and I really don't feel like opening a new stream just to change the title. What's up, Chopper? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. It's going good. I'm about 2,700 kills in right now, so it could be any time. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Make yourself at home and chat as well. We have Ashley and a couple other people in here today, so if you have any questions or anything regarding Call of the Wild, we have some pretty educated people in here. But make yourself at home and chat. Talk about whatever you want. Just make sure that it's all family friendly and clean, and that's all I ask of you. Also, if you like playthroughs in Call of the Wild, 90% of my stuff on this channel is going to be Call of the Wild, but I also do playthroughs on the side. So if you enjoy that kind of content, you might want to consider subscribing. And as I tell all newcomers, also make sure that you like the stream as well so we can get more people like you into the stream. I'm hitting the like button spreads my stream around YouTube, so it makes it easier for people to find me. But I hope you're doing well. And what's up, Phantom? Nice to see you into the stream, man. Hope you're doing good. I'm just going to call you what I saw, your name that I saw on PlayStation the other week. That's what I'm used to calling you, so that's what I'll call you. That's awesome, Chopper. There we go. I think that I'm actually going to put my claiming tent here. I feel that this is kind of annoying to have to go over there and get the four-wheeler and drive it all the way back. I don't know, though. I'm really not sure which field is the one that I want to put my claiming tent on. I have like 2 or 3 different places that a claiming tent would be handy on, so I really don't know. I guess I'll just keep doing my runs until I figure out exactly which one takes up most time. I think it's this one, though, because I think this is the one that requires the longest drive with the four-wheeler. Oh, you're partnered with them? That is awesome, man. Unfortunately, I can't be one because I don't have enough subscribers on my channel, but that is amazing. I bet that is a lot of fun, man. I am a little bit jealous, Chopper. If you really are a partnered content creator with them, that is awesome. And congratulations on that, man. But yeah, I think they require you to have at least 5,000 subscribers on your channel, and obviously I'm nowhere near that, so. In fact, I might be wrong, but I think they require so many subscribers before you can actually be partnered with them. But I have been playing the game since it launched. I have over 2,700 hours in the game, and I do have one of every single great one except for the black bear, the pheasant, and the fox. But I do have one of every other great one. Nope, he's gonna fly. Gonna have to go 1 for 2 on that zone, apparently. Phantom, you don't have to encourage people to hit the like button. That is an optional thing. You're doing a good job supporting the channel, but don't ask people for subscriptions or likes. You can remind people to make sure they do it, but don't like directly point people out and ask them if they did it or not. I don't want anybody to feel like they're under a spotlight. If they choose to hit like, great. If they don't, that is by their choice, and same thing goes for subscriptions. All right, Chopper, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I want everybody to be treated fairly on my chat, and I just don't want anybody to feel like they're under a spotlight or anything. I'm just trying my best to encourage people to subscribe, but I don't. But you know, it's all about choice. I don't want to be. I don't want anybody in my chat or for me myself to feel like I'm just be like, hey, subscribe or else. Hello. Do we have any pheasants in the field? No? Figures. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ashley. You're the dirt nap guy? I hear you. I think I hear you anyway. I'm not entirely sure what you're meaning by that, but I think I understand. But I'm not going to take a guess at it because I don't want to be totally wrong. Yeah, I've always wanted to be a content creator for Call of the Wild and for playthroughs as well because I love doing both. I used to have an old VHS tape that I would actually do playthroughs on whenever I was a kid, and I just did it for myself because I like turning games into movies. So that's kind of where my desire to be a YouTuber started, was on that VHS my tape player. Let me go back to the last place, guys, and reset time. I've already been to 3 different zones and they're empty, so. You and Chopper need to hunt together. It'll be a little while before I do any kind of like collaborations. I want my channel to be pretty healthy before I do anything like that. At least a 1,000 in or something like that. And plus, it's always up to the other YouTuber too. Some people prefer to have for people to have like around the same amount of subscribers as they have before they collaborate together. But yeah, in the future, I will be more open to doing collaborations with people as long as my channel is pretty healthy and getting along fine. Yeah, it really was, Ashley. I'm putting the VHS tape in, having to replay a mission all the way to the point to where I wanted to make an edit, and then hitting the record button. So I mean, back then, I mean, you guys don't understand how much time and patience it took for me to do a playthrough on a VHS tape. Nowadays, you guys can just play like 3 or 4 hours in a row and just hit the restart button if you guys mess up, and then just go back and edit everything out. Back then, if I made a single mistake, and I didn't have a checkpoint, I would have to restart the entire level and play through the entire level just to get back to where I was, just so I could hit the record button and do an edit. And whenever I hit that record button, you better make sure that everything you did was perfect, because if you made any mistakes at all on a VHS tape, you have to do it again. And luckily the VHS tape had like 8 hours of tape in it, so I was able to make one game usually using that tape at a time. And nowadays I actually have an editor and I'm actually able to divide things into episodes and stuff. But I've only had like a couple of my playthroughs that really did like really well, but I think the reason for it is just because the games that I play are like the older games. But my Last of Us Part 2 was the one that made the best on my channel. I completely rewrote that story to be completely chronological, and that one got the most views out of any of my playthroughs. Golly! Did you guys see that? I just made that bird do a front flip. It tried to take off, and I made it front flip. Honestly, I might clip that right there, because that was funny. Yeah, I'm gonna clip that. I'm probably gonna turn that into a short, making a pheasant do a front flip. That was funny. Very true, Chopper. Very true, man. How many subscribers do you have, buddy? Just out of curiosity, how many does your channel have? $14.7K. That is amazing, man. Congratulations on that, man. I'm hoping I'll get there one day. Like I said, I'm mainly a streamer for Call of the Wild. I'm not the best at making content, but I am trying to learn how to make content. But mostly I like to do it mostly in streams, and I'm going to be opening up my maps and hunting with a lot of people. Like, I want my channel to be very interactive with everybody that's subscribed to my channel. So like whenever I'm doing Great One grinds, obviously I'll be by myself. But whenever I'm doing other things, I'm going to be like opening up my maps to you all and letting you guys hunt with me. And then whatever I find or anything cool that happens, I'll turn it into a video. So until I figure out exactly, oh, I got him too. That was lucky. Until I figure out exactly how to handle them or to make content and make it more entertaining, I'm going to mostly just do streaming. Plus, I feel like that's where my strong suit is anyways. I'm really good with interacting with people directly, but whenever it comes to making content, I usually tend to get too focused on being perfect. And it can take me like 2 hours just to make a 15-minute video, just because I have to keep re-recording myself saying the same thing over and over again. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. But yeah, I don't mind who hunts on my maps during the streams. Like if you notice that I'm doing a stream, Chopper, and it's like open to people to come and hunt with me, you're more than welcome to do so, even if it means like recording on my map, because my maps, I'm mostly a grinder, and there's only certain species that are like niche to me, so I don't really mind losing trophies on some of the maps that I open up to you guys. So in order to help you out too, if you're wanting to do like multiplayer bouncing and something, and you happen to notice that my channel is live that day and that my map is open, you're more than welcome to jump in. If it's full and you're wanting to come in, just let me know in chat, and then whenever somebody reaches an hour of gameplay, that's whenever I kick them, so that way it opens time for someone else to come in. So I'll let everybody go an hour, and then I'll kick them, and then let somebody else come in. If nobody joins in about 15 minutes, I'll let the person come back. So. Yep, Phantom, you definitely did. Everybody, every time that I do a multiplayer stream, you guys are more than welcome to join me. It doesn't matter if I'm hopping on someone else's map or if I'm on my own map. But I think I'm going to stick to my own map for now, guys. I know I've said this earlier in the stream, but whenever we do streams where I'm allowing you guys to hunt with me, I think it's going to be on my single player maps that haven't been discovered very much. And then in the future, once I really have a good grasp on how to handle multiplayer, we'll then start going into other people's maps. But I think I'm gonna wait until we run my maps dry. My maps. Whenever my maps I've been hunted out and there's really nothing else left there, that's whenever we'll move on to other people's. Alright, Phantom, I hope you have a great day, man. If you're talking in real life, then I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a lot of fun. Okay, that bird turned. Nope, that was a bad shot and a half. I just jerked. This is not looking good. There. I need to calm down. Take my time. And make the shot count. Okay. Sorry, guys. I started panicking there. I couldn't make the shots hit. Chopper, if you're still in stream, do you play on console or are you a PC player? My YouTube kind of freaks out every so often and only shows like 1 or 2 people in here whenever there's like 5 or 6. So I don't know if you're here or not. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Phantom. Hope you have a great day, buddy. I'll be streaming for another couple hours if you're able to make it back. It's 2 o'clock my time and I'm getting off at 4, so still got a couple hours to go. Alright, Chopper. The reason I asked Chopper, I don't know if you heard it earlier in the stream, but I've decided that from now on during my grinding portions of my streams, if the Great One ever does appear, I'm going to be opening up my map as a multiplayer map and letting my subscribers come in and be part of the thumbnail. So, I know that you have your own channel, and I respect it if you don't want to be part of that. But if it does seem like something that'll be fun to you, if I do get this Great One to spawn, towards the end of the stream, I'm going to open my map up as a multiplayer map and let you guys come in and actually stand around the Great One after I get him and take the screenshot. And I'll involve you guys in the video whenever I post it. This is started on PC. That is awesome, man. That is awesome work, buddy. 14 Great Ones? Which ones were they? If they're duplicates, then just let me know that they were duplicates. But I've only got 1 of every Great One. And I only started Great One grinding in 2020. So... And I'm kind of like a casual avid hunter, meaning that I usually only hunt whenever I'm in the mood or whenever I'm streaming. But back then I put a lot of time into it, so I got my first 3 Great Ones I think in 2021, or no, 2022. I got my first Great One in 2021, and then I got 2 or 3 in 2022. Got another one in 2023 last year. Then last year I got 1, and it was the moose, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But it was something like that. Gotcha. That is awesome, man. Congrats on your Great Ones, man. Are you mostly a grinder, Chopper, or are you mostly a free hunter? Like, are you more like Scarecrow, where most of your content is on grinding for Great Ones, or are you like Flinter, where it's kind of a split, where it's mostly free hunting but a little bit of grinding? Why do these birds have to be alert? No. Ugh. Dude, this is so annoying today. I've got the scare crew back with me again, apparently. Yeah, that's kind of like how I am. I'm a chopper. I'm mostly a grinder, but I also like free roaming. But I'm honestly getting to the point now. I've been really grinding my head off, especially last year for like the great one. The great one. I believe last year I got the great one moose. The year before that, in December, I got the great one fallow deer, and then I think I also got the whitetail that same year as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I've only really been like the hardcore grinding since I started YouTubing, and that's been over the past year. I mean, whenever I do grind, it's always been for hours at a time, especially whenever I wasn't doing YouTube. But I've only been like a hardcore grinder for like the past 2 or 3 years. And because of that, I can't really free hunt at the moment because there's been so many updates on the animals' speed need zones that if I go out to a random map and want to hunt for random animals, I really don't know when or where they're going to be there. I'm having to relearn where all the animals' need zones are because where I've been crunching the great ones so much. It really is, man. But it's a lot of fun, though, if it's working out in your favor. It's very rewarding, especially if you do like herd management and stuff and it's all working out for you, though. There should be 3 in this field. There's 1. I think that was my bird from the middle. Yeah, it was. Okay, good. All right, Chopper. Well, I appreciate it, man. I'll see you probably in the next stream, or if you're able to make it back before the stream ends, I'll see you then, buddy. But appreciate you for dropping in. I hope you have a great day. Oh, you're fine, Ashley. Not a big deal at all. Like I said, I'm laid back. I ain't gonna rip your head off just because you ain't here 24/7. And like I said, if I did get the great one, I'll be posting it all over the channel. I'll be taking a screenshot of it. I would be putting it up and letting people know that it's here. And I'm letting them know that I'll be taking it out in the last hour of the stream. So you ain't gonna miss anything. If I find any rares or anything, I'll be turning it into a short too. So. All right, Chopper, we'll do, man. I have to check your stuff out. I think I have yet to check out Ashley's channel too. I've been busy, guys. Whenever I get off stream, I've been having to do things around here, so haven't had a chance to check out your guys' channels yet, but I will. If I see that you're live sometime, Chopper, I'll stop in and say hey. If I ain't busy doing other things. Like I said, guys, my life is pretty busy outside YouTube, so it's hard for me to really find time to do anything else. But I will try to support you guys just like you try to support me. I may not subscribe to other YouTubers' channels unless we do until or unless we do a collaboration. But I'll definitely try to join your all streams and stuff and try to be a little bit active if I know you guys are streaming. Let me refresh my stream real quick now that I'm talking about it. There we go. Oh, for a minute, I thought that was a dark color. I thought it was a melanistic fox there for a minute. I do have a mellow fox to put in my lodge. Thank you, Chopper, for all your support, man. That's awesome of you. There a male in the building? Roostas? No rooster? Guys, we got another leucistic. Let's go! We got the 3 leucistics, you guys. Let's go. We got another rare. Yeah, thank you, Chopper. It really does mean a lot to the world that you're subscribing to everybody. Like I said, I may subscribe to you guys too, it's just I haven't got around to checking your all channels out. You got 4 albinos. Yeah, we're opposites, Ashley. I've got 3 leucistics, and I've got 1 melanistic, and I have yet to get an albino. And then here you are, like the same story, but you don't have any leucistics. Yeah, I'm having really good luck with the leucistic from Pheasant. I'm not really having any luck with the other ones. Yeah, I don't know, Ashley. I think it has to do with everybody's maps. Like, I really think that everybody has a different chance of getting, obviously, the great one to spawn, but I also think that rares are also part of it, too. Where, like, not only are everybody's zones different from each other's, but also the likelihood of seeing certain rares and great ones. I don't know where this leucistic went. Oh, he's up here. Okay. I hope he flushes towards me. We got him. Leucistic number 3. I don't know where the other pheasant went, but that's okay. All I cared about was him. There we go, guys. Leucistic number 3. I do believe. That might be 4, actually. I don't remember how many leucistics I have. Yeah, Duke's excited, too. He just barked about it. Well, that makes 2 shorts that might come out tomorrow, then. Making the bird do a front flip, and then I'm having my next leucistic come appear. Doing good, guys. We're doing good. I'll have to look back on my shorts. I think that's number 3. I don't know if that's number 3 or number 4 there. I'll have to check on it. Ain't nothing here. I still can't figure out exactly which spot I want to put my tent on. I really don't know which one's more annoying. Which one's the most annoying one. How in the world? Okay. How am I missing these shots? Okay, we got one at least. My goodness. I guess I have to settle for the one. Yeah, my logistic luck has been out of this world in this grind. I've a decent diamond luck too, for a partially managed map. Go ahead and reset time. Whoop. Well, I guess 29 will be okay. Don't think there'll be anything out here as of right now. We're fast traveled already here. Well, we got some out there at least. Don't know if there was any males in that group or not. No male respawn at that one just yet. We'll just move right along. No respawns at that zone just yet. I really hope they make an update where you're always facing the door. It's annoying having to turn all the way around before you can leave a tent. Doesn't seem like that'd be that hard of an update to do. Just make it to where when you fast travel, you're automatically facing the door or facing your equipment. It'd be a little bit better quality of life. Yeah, you gotta. That's the thing, Ashley, is that the longer you spend hunting in the game, the longer you give the game time to give you respawns, which is the reason why I'm saying that I don't do main menu resets unless I go 2 or 3 runs in a row without anything being here. Because when you first start grinding in the day, I have noticed that for the first hour or two that you're doing a grind for the pheasants, that they will consistently be coming back into the map for you, and then all of a sudden it'll just hit a dry spell where it's like you just won't get hardly any respawns at all, and that's whenever I'll do a main menu. And then from there, it's either going to keep doing that, where you'll just keep having spurts of the dry spells and then spurts of everybody being there. And at that point, it's just up to you how you handle it. But I try my hardest to go for as long as I possibly can without doing a main menu. Gosh, I just want to look over one of these hills and see a great one standing here. It'll be so good to know that my grind is over. Like I said, it's fun shooting these little guys, but it's just I'm ready to shoot antlers. I'm ready to shoot some with antlers again. Well, let's go back to where we found that leucistic and see if that other male came back. Don't really want to end the day without. Well, I guess I just began the day really. I was gonna say I didn't want to end the day without getting him too, but then I remembered that I already reset time. Any minute now. There we go. Interesting load time there. We're going to do another full run, and if there's still barely anything in these fields, I'm going to do another time reset and probably go ahead and do my first main menu reset of the day. I have gotten the grind now for a couple hours, I think. Or for a bit, yeah, right about an hour and a half I've been able to go without having to reset the main menu, so I think it'll be a pretty good time to do so. Well, I don't know, though. As long as I keep getting males to spawn in, that's all that matters. Actually, I don't think I've ever asked you before, and I'm sorry that I haven't. I usually like to ask other content creators these questions as well. What do you like doing? Are you mostly a grinder, or are you a free hunter mostly? And what does most of your content revolve around? A four-wheeler over there. I was like, what's that? Honestly, I think I will make this one be my other... I don't know. I can't tell which one I want to be my next fast travel point. I have an extra tent, and I want to put it... I'll tell you what, I think this is the zone it needs to go to, because this one I have to go all the way back here and go all the way over a hill. Yeah, I'm going to put it here. Okay, so I've made up my mind. I will put my extra tent down there. Yeah, okay, Ashley, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the great ones are my favorite thing on the game too, but I'm also somebody who has to take a break once I do a grind. Usually I'm pretty burnt out on grinding, and I usually have to take a break for a little while and just do some free hunting. This is stupid, but I'm gonna see if I can't hit this shot. Are you serious? I hit that shot. I was just trying to do something stupid, and I ended up hitting a shot. How far away was that? Can I do it again? I did it again. 2 shots in a row at that distance. I don't know what that distance is, but that's pretty crazy. I'll find out here in a minute. I needed to shoot a female out of that zone anyways. I've only been getting one of my male in that zone lately. $295 yards, 296 yards. That's crazy. I was just wanting to have a little fun. I didn't actually mean to hit the birds, but I did. Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm like a mixture between Scarecrow and Flinter, in my opinion, because I love grinding the most, but I get just as much enjoyment out of multiplayer hunting and doing free roaming. So it's like, to me, it depends on the day. Where right now I'm really driven to get this great one because I've gotten so high into the kill count, and I'm just wanting to get it out of the way before I move on to other things. But I know that once I get this great one, I'm going to be basically just doing some free hunting for a while before I go back to the moose and whitetail in New England. But then again, if I'm in the mood for grinding, I'll go back to it pretty quick. So I really don't know how to explain what I like doing. I kind of just do whatever I feel like doing, I guess. I'd like to have more claiming tents, but all my zones on this map are so good. I don't want to herd manage any of them. Like if I could herd manage 2 more zones and get this place and that other place to both have claiming tents, I know that I'd be able to claim them a lot faster. But at the same time, I don't really want to get rid of any of my zones because I love all of them. So I really don't know. Oh, the life of being a grinder. Sacrifice zones you like in order to have more level 3 diamonds and fast travels, or keep the zones that you got just simply because you love hunting them. Yeah, so going back on what you said a few minutes ago, I'm definitely wanting to do guides and stuff. I know that I have the education and the knowledge to be able to do those kinds of things. It's just like I said, it's just hard for me to make content because I tend to try to be too perfect. I tend to take forever just to make one video because I try not to do it because I can't really script it. I don't really write myself out of scripts because whenever you're hunting, you really don't know what's going to happen. Oh, that was lucky. But because there ain't a script for me to follow or anything like that, it just makes it where I focus too much on being perfect, and also where I stutter. I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm doing live streams, I don't stutter very often, but whenever I'm trying to record myself, I stutter a lot. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's the kind of thing with me, though, is that my brain tends to go faster than my mouth tends to want to talk faster than my brain does, just when I have ADHD. And because of that, it makes it really tough for me to consistently say, like right now, how I'm getting tied up. It makes it really tough for me to say things consistently without having to take pauses or say a lot, or I'm get tongue tied. I'm gonna put my other claiming tent right here in these bushes. I think that would be a good little place. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. I'll move it if I need to. I wish that the game would count how many kills you have for you in a way. Like if you were grinding, I think this would be really cool for grinders. Is if Expansive Worlds gave a new game mode, or at least a gaming option where you could literally turn on a kill counter. So every time that you kill an animal, it would count how many kills you've done, and you could reset it anytime you wanted. So whenever you're doing grinds, you would literally have a way to count your kills right there in the game. I think that'd be amazing because where all grinders like to count how long it takes them to get their great ones, I think that'd be an awesome addition for like a quality of life for the game. If they actually added an option to the game where you could where the game would keep track of your species for you, and then you could just hit reset after you got your great one, or you could just leave it turned off if you're just free roaming because you wouldn't even need it at that point. I'm trying to see if there's another male in here. Usually I have 2 males. Looks like only the one today, but I'll be out my shotgun just in case. Burb. There you are, you pesky burb. Where are these pheasants coming from? I mean, they're all female. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Is there no male in here today? Does not look like it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish out this run. And then, yeah, I think what I'm going to do, because most of my zones are empty right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset time and then do a main menu reset. And I am just ready for this great one to appear. You have no idea how ready I am. I wouldn't even be hunting these if I didn't love pheasants so much. They're such a pretty upland game bird. And that's the only reason why I'm even grinding for them, is because they're my favorite upland bird. So, once I get this great one, I don't know when or if I'll come back to them. It just depends. I'm going to leave my map up, though, the way that I have it. I don't think I'll take down any of my tripods or anything. Until we see the new map this summer and see if there's another great one coming with it or anything, I'm just not going to take down any tents or anything on any of my maps. That way, if I decide I want to come back and do more pheasant grinding, I can just pick back up where I left off. Alright, let's do the main menu reset. So reset time first. Alrighty. I don't think I've claimed the stuff in the community challenge, I don't think. Does it just automatically load it in, or do I have to go to the challenge itself? I guess I'll figure that out in just a second. I just remembered that we got new camouflages. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's see, challenges. Well, I don't see it. That's okay. I'll go see if I have the camouflages at a later date. I'll just use what I got for now. Plus, I prefer mossy oak over anything else, and the camouflages I'm currently using is the closest to it. Okay. Random foxes. Nothing special. Hush me. Guys, if you hear my dog whining in the background, ignore him. My father-in-law and brother-in-law are outside fiddling with their cars and stuff, so she gets tore up when she can't be with them. It's okay, baby. They'll come in a little while and you can see them then. Had a good day so far today, though. Had one troll, another leucistic to add to the menu. Pretty good day so far. I'll take it. At least we're coming home with a trophy today. I always love the grinds whenever you can find a rare or something that you can put it in your trophy lodge. It makes the few hours you've been grinding worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Ashley. Like I said, I love grinding, but on those days where it just seems like you can't get any rares or any diamonds to appear, and it's just annoying as crap because you know that you got herd management going. Oh goodness, those like my last stream that I had is what I'm talking about, where you can have all the herd management in the world, but you can hunt for several hours in a row and not have a single diamond show up, and then the very next day you have like 3 or 4 diamonds that want to show up or more. And it's just like, what happened to yesterday, man? Still nothing? What was that? Oh, they're all the way out there. Okay. Yeah, those pheasants will either be in the middle of the field or they'll be out there near the woods. Looks like they're wanting to be near the woods today. But it's actually pretty okay for me because that means that I can shoot these pheasants without worry that the other ones are going to get spooked. There we go. Let me refresh my stream real quick. Looks like that's going to be my boy for the day. Usually there's 2 males in that group, but sometimes there's only one that'll show up. Gonna have to buy more ammo soon. It's just females. Yeah, I usually go to about 100 bullets, and whenever I'm about 150 to 100 bullets is whenever I'll refill back to 1,000. Hey, I got both my pheasants back. Let's go. That'll work. Well, at least most of my pheasants were here this time. Now, I know I killed a pheasant right along this wood line here. What? Well, I guess I'll pet you. That's not what I meant to do, but I'll pet you, buddy. Alright, let's see. Oh, he's just right here. My bad. I'd say I've got to at least be 2,800 in now. Today's been a pretty profitable day for my pheasants. I've been getting the respawns pretty well today. So, and I've been killing about every bird. So I'm guessing that I'm at least, I was 2.5 or 2.4, no, 2.4. So 2,400 last, whenever the time we left, when we started last stream. So that means that we'd be about 25 to 26, and then after today's stream, we're going to be about 27 to 28. So, and I'm guessing we're almost to 28 as it is, because I've been killing consistent pheasants today. I've only had the main menu reset once, so that's my guess. Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet, guys. So my chat's kind of went quiet on me, and I don't really have much to talk about at the moment. So, but don't feel obligated to talk to me or anything. I can just focus on shooting animals for a while. But just want to let you guys know why I went quiet all of a sudden. Okay, there's one. Do I have another pheasant? Hello, peasants. Oh yeah, this was definitely the right call with this travel tent. What's up, Hugo? Welcome to the strange. What was the strange? That's funny. Your name is Hugo, and it made me think Hugo Strange. My bad. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well today. Make yourself at home and chat. We got some pretty educated people in Call of the Wild. If you have any questions or any comments about it, also talk about whatever you like, as long as it's family friendly. And if you like Call of the Wild and playthroughs, I do both on this channel, so you might want to consider subscribing if you like playthroughs as well as Call of the Wild. 80% of my content is going to be live streams and videos for Call of the Wild, and then 20% of my content is going to be me doing playthroughs of my favorite storyliner games on the side. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're currently about 27 to 2,800 kills into the pheasant grind, so he should be here any second. Hoping he appears sooner than later. No, Reed. I think Chop is a teacher because he said that his next class was coming in. That's my assumption. So I think that he's currently at work right now, and he had to jump off streams. No, he's not here anymore. Hello. Where's my other male? Male. Okay, I know I saw 2 males. I know that I have 2 males in here this time. But I'm not seeing where the other one is. Is that him? Just spotted something. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my shotgun and just go over there, and hopefully he'll flush towards me if he's over there. That's still really good, Ashley. I'm glad that you were able to get some diamonds. Yeah, that bird's gone. Oh well. What can you do? Gotta take one for two. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him. I don't know where his other counterpart is. That's over the top. Okay, got him. I just heard another pheasant. I'm not seeing a male. Hello. Something's getting spotted in there. There he is. Oh, that's a bad shot. Yeah, I knew that was a bad shot. That was my bad entirely. I jerked the stick. Oh, how'd that shoot over the top of him? Literally, the dirt got kicked out from behind him. Whatever. I'll take one for two again. Come on, great one. I'm ready for my grind to be over. I want to move on to other things. Having a good time shooting these guys, but I'm ready to be done with it. It's getting a little long. That level 1. I don't think he has his other one with him anymore. But it's actually good for us. But yeah, you guys will see some shorts probably come out later today or tomorrow one. It just depends on how much time I have. I'm probably going to get the leucistic at least out tonight. And then the one where I made the bird front flip, I might do that as well. It just depends on how much time I have this evening. You guys will either see those shorts come out today or tomorrow one. No, baby, you can't go outside. Sorry, guys, my dog is trying to beg me to take her out. She loves being out there when everybody else is, and right now they're working on stuff, and she can't be out there with them. She gets too nosy, and we're afraid she'll get hurt. You can watch them out the window, baby. You just can't go out there with them. No, you can't go out there. She's looking at me. The light's on. Ain't nobody home. No, ma'am. You're not allowed out there, baby. Yeah. Yeah, Mila's a sweetheart. She's spoiled to death. But she's one of those dogs though that gets really, really nosy and gets right up in your business. So if you're outside like trying to work on stuff and stuff, she'll want to get right up on top of you and try to like sniff every single tool that you're trying to use. and we're just worried that they might be doing something and something and you end up getting hurt. So, which I don't think they're doing anything really that dangerous outside, and she'll be on a rope anyways. But I don't know. We just get a little bit worried about her. Plus, she likes to eat grass for some reason. She'll go outside my dog, and if she finds really tall grass, she likes to eat it. And if she eats too much of it, she throws up. And we don't know why she does that. So, if I do take her outside, I have to keep her in my side at all times. Don't you run. Don't you run. Well, he ran. And he escaped. Commendable. Too bad his dumber other friend is not smart enough to fly away, but... Can I get you? Oh, I got him. Let's go, guys. I shot that one out of the air. Let's go. Save that one from losing him. I'll have to use my dog to track him, but at least we know we're going to get both birds. Mila, stop it. Go ahead and lay down. Go ahead and lay down, baby. Good girl. Well, my dog is stuck in the trees, so I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Where is my tracks? There they are. Okay, so that's where he was walking. It's not where I hit him. My dog will get here eventually, but for now I'm going to see if I can at least find his tracks. Come on, Duke. I mean, he's coming, but he's taking a sweet little time. Okay, there's some. Dude, come on! I gotta get to my other zones. What is he doing? He's just chilling. Come on, man. Alright, you're finally here. Let's go find this other bird. Good grief. Oh, it's just right here. It was really right here the whole time. Well, that figures. I'm gonna get a drink, guys. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Okay, so I don't got any respawns here except for those way out there. Nice. Debating if I need to shoot a female out of this zone. I haven't seen my male come back here in a while. So I'm gonna bust me a female there. Hopefully I'll get both males back. It would be pleasant to get the great one pheasant. For I'd feel rich and not so much like a peasant if I could get the great one pheasant. Yeah, you agree too. You ain't going nowhere. You stay right there. You know, this zone don't get a male in it very often anymore either, so... Whoops. So, it's gonna have to wait till next time, apparently. Oh well. Pheasant. We got 1 hour, guys. Hopefully we can get him in this last hour. If we do have him spawn in, I'm gonna immediately put a post out, but I'll have to take him out pretty quick because we won't have very much time to wait on everybody else if we get him in this last hour, unless I want to hold it till next stream. Which I really don't want to do because I like for my grind to go ahead and get over with. But we'll make that decision when the time comes. I think it's just this one male that's here right now. But again, I will get my shotgun out just in case. Yeah, it's all females. Okay. Just this one for now. What's up, G-Funk? Welcome back, man. I don't know if you were here for it, but the only thing you've missed is the leucistic pheasant. We got our third leucistic pheasant, maybe our fourth, I can't remember. I think it's our third, though. But yeah, we got a rare, and that's about the only trophy we got today. Is that one rare, and then we had a level 3 Trollus earlier. Yeah, I'll put the short out probably tonight. I'm thinking I'll at least get the one about the leucistic pheasant out tonight. And then I also had a pretty humorous one that I was gonna turn into a short where I shot a pheasant right before it took off and it did a full front flip. Rude, but I'm walking here. What do these coons think they are? Get out of my way, I'm trying to grind. But what you been up to, G-Funk? Good to have you back in stream. This great one should be here anytime, guys. I know that I'm probably very close, if not already over 200 and 2,800 kills. Okay, those are all female. All right, man. Well, I hope that you get your great one. Hope I get mine as well. But yeah, this is where I got the leucistic. Was in this spot right here. So looks like it's back to normal pheasants here, but it was a good kill. Luckily, he flushed the right way for me, and I was able to get a good shot off on him. And as long as I don't see a level 2 over there, I'll be just fine. I still like to check that zone. It's one of my managed zones now, but I used to hunt it. That used to be one of my main zones. Alright, guys, time for probably our last... Well, we might get a couple more runs done in an hour. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and reset time again. Oh, these guys are here real late. Of course, that one's going to spook. Can we get his buddy? Okay, so at least we're getting one of them. I'll run over there and get that one real quick, and then we'll move to the next tent before we set time. My favorite grind. So, I'm going to answer this in two different ways, G-Funk. My favorite grind that I've ever done so far, as far as like enjoyment and had a lot of fun with it, was the red deer grind. Because of how many different antler combinations you can get with those deer as you're grinding for them. However, it's not my favorite great one because it only has one variation and pretty much one rack. It just comes in 3 different sizes. And because of that, it's not my favorite great one. So, that's not my favorite great one grind to do. But I do think that it's the most enjoyable for variety of antler you'll see along the way. I do gotta say, I think that my most fun grind that I've done so far is probably the moose grind. If I had to say which one I had the most enjoyment out of, it was probably the moose. But honestly, they're all good. I mean, like I said, they're all different. Some of them are easier than others, and it just depends on how you have things set up and whatnot. And it also depends on what animals you personally like most. And for me, I like a moose really, really well. I'm dying to see a Rocky Mountain elk great one, though, because that's my favorite animal in North America is the Rocky Mountain elk. So I'd love to see them get a great one. And also a rework to make their antlers a little bit thicker and make their, I think their bodies need to be a little bit bigger. But those are probably the way I would answer that question. Is I had the most enjoyment from variety out of the red deer, but my favorite grind so far has probably been the moose. Because the moose right now is my favorite great one in the game. And the whitetail would be, but they don't have enough fur variations. If the whitetail had more of different variations of fur colors, it would definitely be my favorite great one in the game because that's what I hunt. That's what I hunt in real life is whitetail and turkeys. So, how did you guys spook? You guys are over 100 and something. Oh, I see. You're in the inner part of the field today. Let me up here. Okay, got one. And I can't see good enough to tell where the other one is, so we'll settle for the one. Yeah, G-Funk, that's me, man. The great ones that I want to come to the game right now is the caribou/reindeer, which I prefer the reindeer because I think their models are a little bit better. Then the second one I want to see come to the game, or excuse me, my most wanted one is the Rocky Mountain elk, of course. But my second one would be the caribou or reindeer, and then I also want to see the mule deer. Those are my 3 that I want to see come to the game to the most right now. Is the mule deer, the caribou/reindeer, and then the Rocky Mountain elk/Roosevelt elk. And I'd like for them all to be their own great ones, but if they did decide that Rocky Mountains and Roosevelt would have the same great ones, it would be okay, in my opinion. But I would like for them to be considered as separate entities entirely. Unfortunately, this was the only zone in this field right now, guys, so we're just going to take this one pheasant and move on. Yeah, I love reindeer and medved. Like, you guys don't know how often I hunt for them, but I do have, well, not how often, but how often I used to hunt for them. Before I knew about great ones, I was on medved all the time. I'm hunting for reindeer on the PS4 era, and unfortunately, I don't have any of my trophies anymore from back then because only some of my stuff made it to the PS5. But yeah, I still have a piebald, and I think that I used to have an albino, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I used to hunt them all the time. I actually really like snow maps. Like, people don't really like snow maps too much, but I actually really like them. I think they're a really pretty map. I think they're cool how they're very unique compared to maps like this where it's always just really pretty and green. Yeah, I actually respect medved a lot. I like hunting it quite a bit. Well, the thing about it is, G-Funk, is that they're teasing the next map in the summer to actually be a winter map, which is kind of interesting. You think they would say that for like the December map, so that way it complements the seasons. But it looks like that it's actually going to be a snow map next. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be the reindeer or caribou next. But I really don't mind. I mean, like I said, if it's just a map that doesn't have a new great one with it, then I'm just hoping that it's gonna be a really good map for like a current great one or current great ones that exist. But then again, it could be another instance like New England Coast where it's or Emerald Coast. I keep getting those two confused today. Or like Emerald Coast where they bring in entirely new animals, and I'd really like to see that happen too. So I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be fine with it. But my number one that I really want to see come to the game is the Rocky Mountain elk. And as popular as they are, I'm surprised that they actually didn't bring it along with the Silver Ridge Peak update. Like whenever the map dropped, and I heard that there was going to be Rocky Mountain elks on it. I actually really thought they were going to bring a Rocky Mountain elk great one to it as well. Okay, so he's over a bluff. That's great. Why, Mr. Pheasant, must you be over there? Can I spook you and make you come this way? I don't think I can. No, he's going to fly the other way. If I can get him anyways, though. Oh my gosh, I did get him. Golly, that's 2 shots out of the air today. I am so lucky. Well, I mean, mule deer would still be a really, really good addition. I mean, like I said, I'm still going to be very happy if they had a mule deer. And you guys definitely will see me grinding for that. If they do come out with a mule deer great one, you definitely will be seeing me do that on my channel. Pretty much anything that has antlers, you'll see me do a grind of. But, yeah, that was awesome. It wasn't skill at all, G-Funk. It was just luck. That's 2 times in one day today that I've actually shot birds out of the sky. I think I shot another one out of the air about 30 minutes to 45 minutes ago. But yeah, it's all luck, man. Like I don't practice some flying shots at all, so it's all luck whenever I hit them. You really want a melanistic reindeer? Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, melanistic would be beautiful. Do they have that as a rare in the game? I don't really know what the rares are for reindeers. But I think their models and their antlers look a little bit better than the caribou in this game. The caribou, I think their heads are a little bit too bulky compared to the size of their bodies. And then also both with the reindeer as well as the caribou, and honestly anything with like really tall antlers in the game, I think there needs to be more mass added to them because their antlers look really skinny in my opinion. They look good, don't get me wrong, they're a good model. I just think that they could be improved a little bit. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew that there was an albino, and I knew that there was, or excuse me, not albino, but I knew there was no, that's right. I knew there was an albino, but I actually had no clue. Hang on. Hush, Mila. Sorry, guys. My dog is hearing noises. I'm gonna keep track on this bird, but sometimes a bird shot actually won't kill. And so far, that bird I just shot is not dead. So I'm gonna keep tabs on this spot, guys. But for now, I'm gonna keep on moving. I did hit that bird, but But it didn't act like it was hit really good. But yeah, a melanistic muley, that'd be awesome. Or not muley, but a reindeer. Like I said, I know that I have a couple of rares, but I think they're both piebalds, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I have anything else. But whenever we make my trophy lodge, we'll be able to see what everything is again. Because I've saved all my reindeers and my moose and whitetail for the North American lodge. I know that reindeer are technically not North American, but there are caribou and they're cousin species, so I kind of treat them both like they're caribous. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm literally an hour after the need zone right now, and I didn't even notice that. I need to reset time. Good grief. I'm getting caught up in chat, not even recognizing I was wondering why there's no birds in my zones, and it's simply because it's like an hour past the time for them to end. Oh, goodness. I can really be stupid sometimes. There we go. Hush, Mila. She's just dying to be out there with everybody. Hush. No, ma'am, you can't go out there. I'm sorry, you can beg me all you want, but I can't let you out there right now. Maybe they'll come in later and visit you. Poor thing, she's stress drinking. When she gets stressed out, she'll either chew on her blanket or she'll run over to her water bowl and just chug water. There. Is there no pheasants here today? Oh, there they are. They're over here on this little hill today. They're usually a little bit more to the right. In this zone, at least. Yeah, guys, I think after this next run, I think that's going to cross us probably really close to 3,000 kills. Because I was at 2,700 at the end of last stream, or 26 to 27. And then now today I've been counting, and we've been having some pretty healthy kills today as far as respawns are concerned. So we got to at least be between 28 to 3,000 kills by the time the stream ends. I'll probably say 3K kills tomorrow on my next stream, but to be honest, I could be a little bit short or a little bit over. Like I said, I haven't really been like consistently counting my kills on this grind, but I know that we're at least in that general ballpark. Empty fields, guys. Empty fields. We're probably going to finish out this run and do another main menu. We're running out of time, though. You've killed a caribou in real life? That is awesome, man. I wish I could. I'm way too far to the eastern side of the U.S. to be able to get a caribou, but that would be awesome. G-Funk, I kind of go by what the developers say. They say that whenever you're doing Great One grinds to not stack your diamonds. So I mean, I wouldn't stack them. If I were you, I would just choose the areas that you want to be managed, and I would just keep hunting them until you finally get them down to level 1. That's what I would do at least. I mean, like I said, if you want to stack, it's up to you in that case, because I do know that they do help get level 1s to appear on the map. But again, I try my best to follow what the developers say on any game I play. So for me, I wouldn't stack them at all. But it's totally up to you, man. I would just keep hunting those. I would just keep hunting the zones that you don't want to get the Great One in until they finally become level 1s, and then I would just abandon it. It will take some time though. Oh, what's up, Jack? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad you're able to make it. You've missed a leucistic. The only thing you missed today is our third leucistic pheasant. We got another rare today. And then we had a level. We had our first troll at level 3, and it was off by 0.5, I think. But other than that, that's only 2 trophies we've got today. There will be 2 shorts releasing later. One for the leucistic pheasant, and then I actually made one pheasant do a full front flip earlier. It started to take off, and I hit it with a bullet, and it made it do a front flip. So there'll be 2 shorts coming out later tonight or tomorrow one. Well, guys, this pheasant apparently did die over here, so I'm going to see if my dog can still find its blood. I don't think I may menu reset it since we killed this one. But I did hit this pheasant in the woods. Okay, there is nothing over there, so there's no point in us even going to the tripod. I'm going to see if my dog can pick up the tracks of this pheasant that I shot. Nope. Yeah, okay, so this pheasant has either despawned or something, because the pressure is here, but the bird is not. And I did not think I had killed this animal. I'm gonna try it one last time. Okay, so unfortunately I'm not gonna get to claim this pheasant, which is really bad. I should have kept better tabs on that one. I hit him with a shotgun, but he really didn't act like he was hurt that bad, and it took forever for that pressure to show up. So I thought I missed, or that I didn't kill it, but apparently I did, and he's now despawned. So we'll have to lose that pheasant, unfortunately. I hate that because I don't want to leave anything unclaimed. Hello? That bird I hit just a second ago is not dead yet either. I think the male just flew over my head or something because I'm not seeing him over there with the rest of these birds. Again, I'm gonna have to keep the tabs on this one too, because he ain't dead just yet. Well, G-Funk, sometimes they don't. In really rare cases, if you only hit the bird with one bead from your shotgun and it's on the wing, you actually stand a very slight chance of them surviving. It's very slight, and usually they'll die anyway, but most of the time you actually can hit a bird. Sometimes you actually can hit a bird and it won't die from your shot. Like, I have witnessed some birds living. Yeah, that bird did die. Okay, so we'll have to go back and track him. Yeah, G-Funk, I don't know if it's like a glitch or what it is because I knew about that update, but I'd say 99% of the birds die, but I have actually had a couple of birds that survived from this grind. Actually, last stream, I believe that I had a bird that I shot and it actually survived. Alright, let's go back and track that one bird, guys. Just make sure we don't lose him. Yeah, G-Funk, I think that like a lot, like 4 out of 5, like, I would even go and say it's 4.5 out of 5 birds that you shoot are gonna die. But like I said, I think that I've never got to see one obviously that lives, but I think if you hit it with one pellet in the wing or in the tail, like somewhere that's not even near the vitals, I think it actually does stand a very extremely slight chance of surviving. Well, this bird backtracked apparently. Not always, Jack. Most of the time, if you fast travel, they will remain on there until you reset time. Resetting time or doing main menu resets is what usually makes them leave. But I have noticed that there is a bug, and I do believe it is a bug. Whoa. But I do believe it is a bug where if you fast travel, they'll go away. But again, I don't think that's meant to happen like that. I don't know if this other pheasant's still here. I got a call from a male, but I don't know if he's still here or not. Yeah, I think he's scared off. Oh well. What's that out there? It's a bush. I'm not after bushes. I have to walk my way to my tree stand here. They're a little bit close for comfort. The way these birds act when you shoot them is so funny. Every time I hit one of these birds, all I can hear in my head is, "Ow!" What's up, Shadow Viper? Can we play multiplayer? Not at the moment. I'm currently working on the Great One Pheasant grind. I'm right around 3,000 kills at the moment. So this Great One should appear anytime. And then after we get this Great One, I'm going to invite you guys onto my map as a multiplayer, and you guys will get to stand around my Great One and be able to be part of the thumbnail. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break from grinding and do some streams on multiplayer and stuff at that time. So we will get back to it, but I want to get this Great One first. But if you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that whenever we do start doing our multiplayer streams, you'll be able to join in, okay? Also, like the stream if you don't mind, so that way other people can help find my channel. So I hope you're doing well, man. Make yourself at home and chat. Talk about whatever you like. Just make sure it's family friendly is all I ask. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, guys. I know that I normally do 2 runs, but I think what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and, because we only got about 35 minutes left in the stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fastly travel around these zones, see if there's anything else that's worth shooting, not like rares or diamonds or the great one. If neither one of those are here, I'm going to reset time and do a final main menu reset, guys. And then we're going to finish out the stream probably with two other runs. Also, to let you guys know as well, if we do get the great one to spawn today, where there's only a short amount of time left I have in the stream, we will have to save it for our next stream. Okay, so that's level 2 out there. Does he have a buddy with him this time, or is it just him? It's just him. Okay. We're just gonna keep on moving. Oh, goodness. My father-in-law just came in and got our dog and took her outside, and she was jumping all over him. She was so excited. I don't see anything special here, so we're gonna keep on moving, guys. You know what, guys? What I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and just reset time and do a main menu reset after all. And then we will do another couple of runs, because I'm afraid if I look at all the zones and then reset time, I'm gonna end up running out of time, and I need to make sure that I can get off today at 4. So we are gonna go ahead and reset time and do a main menu, and then this will probably be our last run if it exceeds 30 minutes. Okay, let it save. Alright, guys, here we go. We're going to do our classic 2 runs here and then see how long it takes us to get these done. Yeah, guys, I think that we are going to be at least about 2,900 in, or at least 3,000 before the stream ends. Like I said, I'm only doing rough estimates based on how many animals that are in each one of my zones, and I haven't really missed too many of them today. So I know that we're going to gain at least another couple hundred today, maybe 150, give or take. It doesn't seem like it, but the way I have my zone set up is that you get about 20 or 30 kills as long as you make your shots count every run before I reset time. That's alright, Shadow. As long as you're on PlayStation, you'll be able to play with me. I am a PlayStation exclusive person, and in order to play together, you have to have the same system. So as long as you have a PS4 or a PS5, you'll be able to join me. Again, though, we're going to wait till we get this great one Pheasant before we do another multiplayer stream, though. All right, good, man. So yeah, you'll be able to play with me in the future. And if you haven't already, I put a video out on the channel. Going over my rules for multiplayer and stuff. The rules that I put out for like going on to other people's maps are probably going to change, but the rules for my own map and stuff is going to remain the same. If you want to go back on my channel and watch that video, just so that way you know how we're going to be doing things in multiplayer. But yeah, just as long as everybody's being respectful of each other, everybody's leaving the mic open so that way everybody gets a chance to talk to me and stuff like that. Everything will be just fine. But like I said in the video, if anybody keeps interrupting people, or if you guys just can't share the mic, then I will have to mute you guys and just say to go to chat for a while. And then I'll unmute you after about 15 or 20 minutes. And if you guys are able to do better, I'll leave you alone. But if you guys keep disobeying me or something like that, I'll have to kick you. So, like I said though, hoping nothing will come of that. I'm wanting everybody to have a turn in the game. Everybody's gonna get at least an hour to an hour and a half to hunt, and then I'm gonna kick you out of the map and give other people time to come in and hunt. So we'll have a long stream, and I am planning on doing another one of those streams. Not this upcoming Saturday, but the next. So yeah, guys, for anybody who's in the stream right now, not this upcoming Saturday, but next week. I am planning on having another 6-hour stream where I'm gonna be opening up one of my multiplayer maps and playing with you guys, and that's whether we get the great one or not. So we will be doing multiplayer next week on Saturday as long as nothing comes up. But between now and then, we're gonna be focusing on the great one though. But yeah, guys, just for anybody who might be lingering or might be just watching and having a good time, like I haven't done this in a little while, so I'll go ahead and say it. Make sure that you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure your notifications are turned on, so that way you guys will know when my multiplayer streams are available and you guys can hunt with me, or just for any time I'm live. So, if you guys are having a good time, I really appreciate any of the support you guys can give. And then when we make it to 500 subscribers and I have over 3,000 views, 3,000 hours of watch time on my channel, we'll be able to get moderators and stuff like that going. But again, we got to get there first. Guys, I also wanted to give a slight update about in regards to that. My channel right now, so it goes by, I think it's every 6 months, and I have to be making at least 3,000 hours of watch time every 6 months, along with 500 subscribers. So if you guys want to help me out at all, I'm gonna go to some of my playthroughs that I have, because most of my videos are an hour a piece. Even if you don't want to watch them, you can just leave them playing on your phone or your TV or laptop or whatever you want. And the longer you watch my stuff, the more the hours will go towards my channel, and that will also help us get more get going with like the moderators and things like that. Because once super chats and stuff like that are able to be on my channel, and we have a lot of people in chat, well, I'm going to need the extra help. So. I don't even think I picked up my birds over there. No, I did not. Let me get my four-wheeler. I'll have to do that. Jack, if you don't like your name on PlayStation, you can always change it. There is a way to go on there and change your name if you don't like your current one. I know that you always say that your dad made it for you, so I mean, if you don't like your name on PlayStation, just remember there is a way to change your name. Just as long as nobody else in the world is using the name that you want, you can change it. That's awesome. You guys are gonna play together. That's great. That right there is what streaming and getting everybody together in chat's all about, is getting you guys to meet friends and things like that and have a good time. That's awesome. And if you guys really enjoy hunting together, then you guys will be able to hunt together whenever we have our next stream. So that'd be pretty cool. Guys, we got 15 minutes. Hopefully the great one will show up in 15 minutes. If he does, then I'll clip it. And I'll put a short out on my channel tonight along with a post letting everybody know that we got him, and then tomorrow we'll take him out. So hopefully we'll get that great one to show up. My chair is drunk again. Shot over top of him. That wasn't going to be very helpful. There's the other one. Yeah, guys, also make sure that you guys have your notifications and stuff turned on, because if we do get this great one to spawn, I will be opening up my South Sweden Park map, so that way you guys can come in and be part of the thumbnail for the video. So whenever we do get the great one to spawn, guys, I will be putting a post out on my channel and letting everybody know when I'm planning on shooting the great one. That way everybody can be in here and you guys can join me on a multiplayer map. So, for instance, if I were to get the great one let's say we got him down here, you guys would be more than welcome to hunt anything you wanted to up in this territory until I get the great one killed. And then once the great one got killed, I'll let you guys come down here, take the screenshot with me, and then from there we'll just spend the rest of the time doing multiplayer hopping or jump on another map if you guys want to hunt somewhere else. So that's kind of my plan for the future. Anytime I get a great one to spawn, I'm going to let you guys be part of the thumbnail. I think that'd be really cool. As a way to kind of thank you all for being there during the journey. Shadow, if you're talking to Jack, let me know so that way I don't get confused, and put at Jack or something in the comments, just so that way I know that you're not wanting to ask me the questions. It makes it a little bit confusing where you guys are talking in the live chat. So, just whenever you're talking to him, and Jack, also that goes for you. If you're talking to Shadow, just put Shadow or something before your text, so that way I know you guys are talking to each other and not to me. Just makes it a little bit easier on me. So that way I'm not like trying to answer questions that you guys didn't mean to ask me. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot. Oh, there they are. There they both are. No, don't fly away. Please land. Please land. Darn you, Pheasant. Yeah, he's gone. Oh well. 1 for 2. Hello? I thought I shot him right here. He's probably got up and ran off. Need my dog to get here. Come on, Duke. I need your help, buddy. Well, I didn't need that feed zone. Oh, he's over here. Okay, so he didn't go nowhere. I just wasn't up high enough. Alright guys, these last 2 kills here will probably break us into the 3,000 range. I know I said that a few minutes ago, but I'm really being serious. We have got a pretty good healthy population of pheasants today, so I'm guessing that by the time the stream ends, I'll at least be in the 3,000s as far as how many pheasants I've killed. So this grind is taking quite a while, and I'm hoping that it's nearly done. Also, guys, I also want to thank all of you for all your subscriptions as of late. We went from 253 all the way to 281 in just a week's time. So I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for all your support. It has meant the world to me. I'm so happy that we're moving on pretty quickly right now, or at least better than what we were. I'm glad to know that you guys have a good time during my streams, and I just ask you guys if you have any friends that like Call of the Wild and playthroughs, please encourage them to subscribe to the channel. As soon as we get to 500 subs and I'm averaging about 3,000 watch hours every 6 months, guys, I'll be able to start having memberships and super chats going on during the streams, and I'm also going to be able to hire some of you guys to be moderators. So the faster we can get there, guys, the faster we'll be able to get to those points. But I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you. It's really been awesome seeing the channel grow in this last week. And I actually just now looked, guys, we actually 283 subscribers. So once again, just thank you for all the growth. It really means the world to me. I'm glad that you guys have a good time here. Oh, that's a good pheasant. I think I'm going to leave that guy for tomorrow, guys, because he has a chance of being diamond at level 2. But yeah, guys, we do have a pheasant right there who stands a really good chance of being a diamond. So I'm going to leave him for tomorrow's stream. And we're going to move on. Just so that way, if he is diamond, we'll be able to get we'll be able to have be able to get some sort of trophy tomorrow tomorrow during the stream. Today we got a leucistic and a troll, so. Well, we got 2 pheasants here. Alright guys, I've ran out of time to shoot anything. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the stream by looking at these other zones and seeing if the great one is here. If he's here, then awesome. I'll take the screenshots. You guys will get my reaction and everything. If he's not here, then we'll have to continue this tomorrow. I'm not ending the stream right now. I want to be able to look through all my zones first, and then we'll end. So just letting you all know. I'm going to rush and just look and see what's in all these zones. But I can't shoot anything else because unfortunately I am out of time to hunt anything. But great one could be here. He may not be. There's that guy. Okay, so there's no great one at this spot. Oh, I thought that was something special there for a minute. The way he looked in that grass, I thought he was a melanistic. Okay, so we just got one male in this zone, so that's all I can do there. We got 2 more zones to check, guys. 2 more chances at the great one being on stream today. So far, it looks like he may evade us one more time again, though. Okay, so this zone is actually going to be empty, which is sad, but what can you do? Last spot. Alright guys, unfortunately the great one is going to evade us again today, so we're not going to go home with him, but we did have 1 troll and we got our 3rd leucistic. Expect for that short for the statistic to come out later tonight. I might also put out the one where I caused the bird to do a front flip later tonight as well. But we are going to have to go ahead and end the stream today, guys. I am unfortunately out of time. I will see you guys tomorrow from 1 until 5 p.m. this time instead of 1 until 4, so we'll have an extra hour tomorrow and the next day. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button for me if you haven't already, turn on notifications. I'll see you guys in the next stream for tomorrow. Have a great evening. I love you all. I'll see you then.